As of January 1st, 2026, new AI transparency laws went live in California, Colorado, and Texas. So if you're using chatbots, AI assistants, outbound voice AI, or algorithmic personalization with real customers, these rules absolutely affect you and your clients. Now, most small businesses have no idea that they may already be out of compliance. I mean, one chatbot that sounds human, one AI call without permission, one pricing or offer system that quietly changes what people see. That's all it takes in some of these states now to create real risk. But let me say something about this that might surprise you. AI is not being regulated to slow people down. It's being regulated to separate amateurs from operators. And that is exactly why AI agent operators like you watching this training right now have just become more valuable than ever. Today, I'm going to break down what actually changed, why this creates massive opportunity for you, and I'm going to show you how we handle permission-based AI outbound the right way using our smart directory AI system. So if you build, sell, or manage AI agents, or you're planning on doing that, this training absolutely matters to you. Now, before we go any further, if you could do me a quick favor on YouTube, I would love it if you could hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment below this video. When you do that, I'm going to do a couple of things for you. First, I'm going to give you a link to access my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. So this is a training where I show you how to get an AI business set up in 72 hours. And I will also give you access to the checklist that I'm going to be going over in today's training. So check this out. Let me share my screen here and show you this. As usual, Cameron and the team did an amazing job putting this together. So when you like, subscribe, leave a comment below, you'll get a link to my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. And on the thank you page, when you sign up, there's a link to a bonus document. I'll show you where to find that in a minute. That will give you this document and a bunch of others. This is the AI Marketers Transparency Readiness Checklist. This has everything that you need to stay on top of what's changed and how to make sure you and your clients are doing things the right way. And we'll talk about, why when you have something like this and you know what's going on, you don't have to be in panic mode like you're going to see a lot of AI people in the next year. I mean, they're going to be in panic mode about regulations and this and that. Don't fall for it. You don't need to panic. You just need to be informed on what's going on and handle things in the right way. And you will be able to continue to generate opportunity for yourself while they're, screaming the sky is falling and not taking any action. So again, like, subscribe. You're going to get a link to sign up to my free Smart AI Launch Lab training on the thank you page. This is the thank you page of that training. Again, it's free. On the thank you page, you'll see the number 3 step here is access your free bonus resources. So if you just go here and click this, it opens up a document that has a link to this new document plus a whole bunch of other ones as well. So go there, sign up to the free training, go to the thank you page, get here to step 3, click this. It'll take you to the document that has this bonus and a bunch of others. And we're going to be going through this one today as well. All right, let's get into this. So first, I do have to make a legal disclaimer. So before we dive in, it's important that you remember I am not attorney, right? I am not a legal expert. You should not take anything that I say for certain. You should absolutely 100% do your own due diligence. Nothing in this training is legal advice. This is educational content based on how AI operators are adapting to new regulations. So if you or your clients have questions about compliance in a specific jurisdiction, you should absolutely consult qualified legal counsel. Okay, I do not know any way around the laws. I'm not advocating that you try to skate laws. We want to follow the laws 100%. And to do that, we need to get qualified legal advice so that we know exactly what we're doing. Now, what I can show you is how operators are positioning themselves to help businesses businesses navigate this safely and responsibly. So let's talk about what actually changed. First off, California passed an AI transparency law. So in California, AI transparency rules are now fully active as of January 1st, 2026. So if a chatbot or an AI assistant interacts with a consumer in California, it must clearly disclose that it's AI, not a human. You cannot use an AI chat or an AI voice agent and try to pass it off as human. You must tell consumers and people interacting with them in California that it is AI and it is not human. Now, one of the reasons I'm sharing this stuff today is because even though these 3 states are the only ones to enact these things now, I have a very good feeling that these things are going to be adopted by more and more states and more places as AI kind of gets its foundation and its footing under it, right? The kind of Wild West phase of all this is coming to an end. We're coming into the actual, like, how does AI generate ROI? How does it get results? And part of that is going to be regulations. How do we keep people from misusing it and doing it, stuff like that? So even though these things are, only the law right now in California, Texas, Colorado that I'm going to talk about today, I think you would be wise to adopt them wherever you are, because more than likely they're going to be coming to your area and you'll just already be protected and you won't have to worry about any of that stuff. So the first thing, any AI assistant that interacts has to be clearly disclosed it's AI. If you're publishing AI generated content that could reasonably be mistaken for human created content, that means like blog posts, things like that, that needs to be labeled as well that it's coming from AI. This applies to chat widgets, SMS conversations, websites, and customer facing marketing. Now, most businesses don't even know what their chatbot sounds like anymore, right? So it's a good idea. You can come in and say, look, if you're in California, I don't know if you realize this, these new things took effect. Why don't you let me do an audit? Let's make sure you're in compliance. Let's make sure we're following the rules. We don't want you to get in trouble, right? So we can use that as a foot in the door for this as well. All right, we'll talk a little bit about this. I see your questions. I'll answer. So how would you disclose that? Well, you have to have either, if it's an AI voice agent, you would have the AI voice agent say in the beginning, you're interacting with an AI voice agent. If it's a chat widget, you would either have on the widget, this is an AI chat widget, or it would say, you're interacting with an AI chat widget. Tell me your name so we can get started. Or you need to print it on the page, right? In your blog post, it would say some of this content generated by AI. On your website, some of this content generated by AI. So disclaimers. That's how you disclose it. You tell people, right? So you put it somewhere where they can see it. Now, Colorado and Texas. Colorado and Texas focused on what they call high-risk AI systems. So while this started with hiring and lending, this was kind of the first industries they put this on. It absolutely impacts marketing systems that influence access, pricing, or offers. So one of the things that you are going to see a lot more of, because this is happening now, are AI systems that determine what someone sees, what they're offered, or how they're segmented. So fairness and transparency suddenly matter a lot more. Okay, so if you or a client is using any type of a system that uses AI to determine the best offer to show them, or some systems do different pricing, you have to disclose that and be transparent that that has happened. One of the big ones that I think, I don't know that one applies so much to people here. I mean, that's a pretty advanced AI system that they're using. And I think most of us here are going to be focused on more small business type stuff, AI agents, leads, handling missed callbacks, things like that, support questions. But just be aware that that's out there in Texas and Colorado. Now, one of the big things, though, that I do think impacts everyone watching this training is outbound voice AI, right? The dream, I know the dream of all marketers is finally, I will never have to talk to anyone. Thank God there's going to be an AI agent that will just cold call people for me and close deals and do this and do that. Like, pump the brakes. Outbound voice AI can be super effective, but it will not deliver what you think it's going to deliver. You are not just going to be able to fire up an outbound voice AI agent and just watch the money roll in. Anybody who tells you that you're going to be able to do that is blowing smoke. Don't fall for it. I mean, I wish that were the case. I would have one of those running right now if that were the case, right? So So one of the things I always like to do is really ask myself when I see something like that, like, man, well, if this is really such a great thing, why are they selling it to me instead of doing it themselves? Right now, one of the advantages we have here in our community is we do this ourselves. Nick has almost a $2 million agency. Like, we do these things for real businesses. We know what we're talking about, right? We've been in this game for a long time. We're not just out here making things up to sell to you. We're basing them off of the stuff we've done, what we're developing, and the results we're getting. And that's really important, especially when you're looking at AI. Don't fall for the hype. Keep it realistic. Stay focused on what's right. And the outbound voice AI is a big one, because if you are dialing people using outbound AI, you must have permission. There is no gray area. There is no shortcut. Permission-based outreach is now non-negotiable. Now, I'm going to show you how we handle that a little bit later in the training. But here is where things get interesting, because local businesses are adopting AI faster than ever, but they don't have legal teams, right? They don't understand disclosure rules, and they're often using tools they barely set up themselves. So one misconfigured chatbot, one AI call without consent, one AI offer system that didn't fully understand. That's how businesses accidentally create risk. So this is not because they're reckless, by the way. It's just because they're busy. So this is the moment where AI agent operators like you separate themselves from tool installers. We all know the tool installers. They've got every AI tool out there, yet they never generate any clients. They can't generate any income. They're just a tool installer. So regulation introduces complexity, right? It makes things not so simple. Complexity creates demand for operators, for people that are running real businesses, that understand this is a real thing I need to deliver for my clients and put in real time to make sure their clients get good results and great customer experiences. So businesses don't want more software. They want someone responsible, someone who understands how the system works, someone who keeps them out of trouble while still helping them grow. And that is not a $49 tool sell. That's a real service. Here's the big thing I want you to take away from today's call, if you don't take away anything else. Regulation doesn't kill opportunity. It creates a moat around your service offerings. If you are the one who has taken the time to understand what these regulations mean and to put in the effort to make sure that things you're doing for your clients fall in line with those, and you are taking care of this stuff for your clients so they don't have to, you will separate yourselves from all the other people out there. Now, I want to show you this checklist I put together again and kind of go through this, some of the things that you'll have in here when you get this checklist. Again, when you download this, the AI Marketer's Transparency Readiness Checklist, you're going to get a few things. First, important legal disclaimer. Again, none of this is legal advice. You should get proper legal advice. So AI disclosure and awareness. So these are just some of the items that you would want to look at if you were doing this for a client, right? So in this section, we basically review how AI is currently being presented to consumers. So you identify all your customer-facing chatbots or AI assistants in use, confirm whether consumers could reasonably believe they're interacting with a human, view whether AI identity disclosures exist and where they appear, note any AI-generated content used in marketing, flag areas where labeling certificates. Now, for those of you that have been with us for a while, you may notice something. I don't know, maybe you don't notice this or not, but like, for a long time, we used a marketing audit as a foot in the door to get clients. This type of thing you could do as well. Like, hey, if you're currently running AI chatbots, like, let me take a look. Let's make sure we're being compliant, especially if they're in any of those states, California AI, right? So you could do little general audits of these things and make suggestions based on that. One of the interesting things I saw on the Facebook was one of our members, Alex. He's actually sold 2 AI agents, and he doesn't have Go HighLevel. We recommend Go HighLevel to do the fulfillment with AI agents and all that stuff. He sold 2 AI agents, and he has no Go HighLevel account. And the way he did that was by looking for businesses in his area that were already using HighLevel. He found some home services businesses in his area that were already using HighLevel, And he just went in and said, hey, I can set up an AI chat widget in your HighLevel account. And now he's doing it in their HighLevel accounts. So, this type of stuff where we can find, go into a business and say, hey, let's take a look at what your AI agents are doing. Let's take a look at what that stuff is doing. These types of audits are golden foot in the door types of offers and things like that. So again, there's another section on AI generated content, algorithmic decision awareness, outbound voice AI. Again, this little checklist, operator role clarity. I've got all this in here for you too. And then next safe steps, and then just a little final note. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube and you want this checklist, just leave a comment, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll drop you a link to sign up to my AI Smart Launch Lab training on the thank you page. This is the thank you page. You're going to scroll down to number 3 here, and right here where it says access your free bonuses, you just click this, and there's a document that has this PDF in it along with a bunch of other bonus documents as well. So make sure we do that. I also want to show you one other thing before I jump into AI Outbound and how we handle that. And that is this, these new AI regulations, especially the one in Texas, are having such a big impact that HighLevel has even installed some instant ways for you to make sure you don't get yourself in trouble by accidentally sending messages to someone in Texas, where you could get, in a lot of trouble violating those laws. So I'm here in one of my HighLevel sub accounts. Now, if you're new to this community or any of the trainings I've done, we use HighLevel because HighLevel to us is a great example of an AI operating system, meaning everything you need to run an AI business exists in HighLevel. Everything from client management to invoicing and payments to email automation to websites to funnels, not to mention all of the AI tools and functionality in it, the ability to build agents and the AI agent studio, plus calendar integrations, pipelines so that you can track sales. It just has everything you need under one roof. And so that's why we use it, and that's why we recommend it. But one of the things that HighLevel did in one of their latest updates is if you go into any one of your sub accounts and you click on settings and you go to phone system, and then you go to, I think is it regulatory? Oh no, messaging. You'll see down here at the bottom, there is a brand new checkbox that says block any SMS, MMS to Texas recipients or from Texas area code number. So when enabled, bulk messages to Texas numbers or from Texas area codes will be blocked per regional rules. One-to-one conversation messages will still go through. And you can click this little learn more button, and this will give you a great overview of what you need to know about the Texas mini TCP. Okay. So this has there's a lot of great information in here. So I would definitely check this out as well, so that you know what's kind of going on there, and to know if this is what you want to do is turn on this little thing to make sure Texas numbers aren't getting messages and things like that, so you don't accidentally send a message that violates some principle. Right. So that's a great feature in HighLevel. I'm sure they'll probably have different things like this as well. HighLevel has also rolled out some additional features that require you to get permission for AI outbound voice dialing and things like that. We have integrated that into our client getting system, Smart Directory AI. So one of the big issues, and again, I started to realize this last year when people were getting all excited about outbound voice AI before it was really rolled out, that is going to get regulated, and you're going to have permission to do that. And for the average person, how the heck do you get permission to that's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to get attention and get someone to listen to you. But if you have to get their attention and get their permission first before you can try to get their attention, that doesn't make any sense, right? If you don't know how to get their attention already, how are you going to get their attention and get them to give you permission to call them with an AI agent? Like I think for me and for the average person trying to get a business off the ground, that's like, well, what the heck do I do? Do I run? I mean, I guess I could run ads to a landing page and get them to give me their email. But I mean, all of that's a lot, right? That's a lot of stuff we got to do to get them to just to get the permission in the first place. So one of the opportunities we saw was integrating permission with our directory edge prospecting method. So for those of you who may be new here to this community, one of the prospecting systems that we like to use, especially when we're just getting started, is a directory site like this. So this is one of the base directory installs of our Smart Directory AI that I use for demo. I just set it up here in Vegas. This took me maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half to get this looking like this. I used AI to create the logo. This is just an image I found in a stock photo thing I belong to. A lot of this stuff was set up by the Smart Directory AI system. These are demo businesses that it automatically loads in. So the prospecting system we do here is we add businesses to this directory, and then we let them know, we give them a free listing. We let them know they have a free listing, and we just say, hey, you have this free listing. We want to make sure your information is correct. Is this your correct business information? And we use automations to do the emails and put in their specific information. And when they reply like, yes, that's correct, or no, make this change, we've now started a conversation. And so we say, hey, great, I've got your information updated, or thanks for confirming. I really appreciate it. It would be great if you could go here and claim your business. That way you lock in all the information. And if you need to make changes later, you can do it. Again, it's totally free, to do all of that. And what happens is when someone claims their business listing, we have a checkbox where they are granting us permission to AI voice outbound dial them. So what does this workflow look like? It looks like this. You pull a list of businesses that you want to prospect. Okay. You drop them into your Smart Directory AI system. So the way we do that is through contacts and HighLevel. So you just upload the spreadsheet to HighLevel, and then you can just drop them right into an automated workflow that will send them an email telling them that they have a free business listing. It will ask them to claim their listing. When they claim their listing, what you can then have the system do is once they claim it, you could then have an outbound voice AI agent follow up the next day or 2 days later with a courtesy call saying, hey, this is Samantha, the AI agent for VegasThriveDirectory.com. I noticed you claimed your listing the other day. I just wanted to make sure that we have all the information correct. Is this the correct business information? Is there any questions you have? Did you see that we have a premium upgrade? This is what it includes. So it will actually pitch them the premium upgrade, or it will offer to schedule a strategy session where you can talk to them about additional services. So that flow again looks like upload your businesses to Smart Directory AI. The emails go out when someone claims. The voice AI agent outbound does the calling, but you have permission. Okay. So that's how we do that there through the Smart Directory AI system. Now, I think this is probably going to be one of the few ways you're going to find that you can get permission to do this very easily without having to run traffic, spend money, create a brand, and do all those other things, because these directory sites come with a certain, kind of built-in trust and authority factor that you can use to your. Okay, so let's bring this home, and then I see your questions. I'm going to go through and take your questions. So as you can see with our system, our voice AI only dials people have explicitly granted permission. That means safer outreach, higher trust, better answer rates, and completions. So again, let's bring this home. AI is regulated now. Disclosures matter. Content labeling matters. Algorithmic systems matter. Permission-based voice AI matters. And the people who understand this, who can operationalize it, are the ones businesses will pay to help them. And so, that was the point of this training, was to help you see that as well. So I want to get in some shark shout outs. We always love to celebrate the wins in our community. So first up, Garrett Johnson, he picked up 2 wins. 20 social media posts with captions for $200. Man, that's good. $10 a post. Social media beginners pack on 3 platforms. Profile page setup, 200, discounted from 600. 20 posts per month, 200, discount from 600. Total $400. Solid win, Garrett. Solid. Next up, John Hardiman, on page SEO optimization, $525. Awesome work, John. That is a grand total this week of $1,125 for the week of January 2nd through the 9th. That is officially our new 2026 total as of right now. As you all know, last year, you all did over $1 million in wins and reported business. We want to keep that trend going. So make sure if you get a win, recurring or otherwise, share it in the group. Let us know. Even if there's no money related to it, if it's just, hey, I got a response, or hey, I got my website up, or hey, my directory's live, post those as well. We would love to see those. And then I also want to give a big shout out to everyone in the community that's doing the accountability posting. So you see these people on here week after week, and you will also see them in the wins very, very often. I think there's a direct correlation between those two things. The people that hold themselves accountable tend to produce more and get better results. So what are these people doing? Well, inside the Insider School group, all they're doing is we make a post in there every Monday. Hey, this is the accountability post. And all they do is go in and they comment like what they did last week, what they're getting done this week, and they just keep track from week to week. They just post their progress. Or in the Facebook group, like Citria, I see them posting in the Facebook group all the time. What they're doing last week, what they got done, what they're going to do this week, the good, the bad, the ugly, they share it all, but they do it consistently week after week. And that makes a huge, huge difference. Thanks for spending this time with me today. I hope this helped you see AI regulation not as a threat, but as an opportunity to step into a higher value role. So as regulation starts to roll out, don't get sucked into the loud crowd, the chicken little crowd that's like, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And because they think the sky is falling, they never take any action. Look at this in a realistic, level-headed way and realize that the people that understand this stuff and take it into consideration are going to be extremely valuable to people that are using AI, especially small businesses. Also, don't forget, like, subscribe, and leave a comment to get the training handout from today, the AI Readiness Transparency Checklist. When you leave a comment, I'll drop you a link to sign up to my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. On the thank you page for that, you'll see it looks like this. Right here in step 3, there's an access your free bonuses. You click this big button right here. It'll open up a document that will have this PDF next to the video title. And you'll also see a bunch of other ones as well that you get absolutely for free. So again, like, subscribe, comment, and I will get you that link. And if you want to get your AI business live and selling fast, go through the Smart AI Launch Lab. I show you exactly how to launch your business in 72 hours. All right, everybody, I will see you in the next training. Stay safe and talk to you later. Bye, everybody.